Okay, so before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ashish, and I have total 16 years of SAP experience. And in the last 8 to 9 years, I have been working in the EWM space and providing EWM trainings from last close to 5 years. So I am providing the individuals as well as corporate trainings as well, and currently working for multiple implementation projects. So we will be having a short demo session, and then in case you have any questions at any point, feel free to ask. You guys can hear me, right? Bharat and Rahul.
Yes.
Rahul, can you hear me? Okay, so before we start, can you please give me your SAP experience, just the high level, how many modules you have worked on, how many years of experience?
So myself, Bharat here. I'm based out of Houston, Texas. I have close to 13 years of SAP experience. Started my career as an ABAP person, and now I'm doing more functional. I'm a certified person, and I've done various WM implementations and IBP implementation. And I have done, as I said, due to the fact that I have done WM, I want to specialize myself on EWM. I haven't had an opportunity to learn the EWM module through my project, so I would like to learn it myself and specialize it from there.
Okay, and
Yeah.
Rahul, can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you.
Yes. Okay, so can you give me brief introduction and SAP experience?
Yes, so actually, I have been working with SAP so for around 6 years as a SAP consultant. So I am trying to learn this EWM module, and okay, that's it.
Okay, you are based out of which location?
Presently, I have Kolkata location.
Okay. Okay, so we can just have a short demo session. There I will explain you about the EWM structure, organization structure, and then we will go through the course content. And in case you want anything in the system, that I will show you. So as you know, EWM Extended Warehouse Management and SAP already had a WM application earlier, but the WM application provides very minimal warehousing functionalities. And that is the reason SAP was losing the business in the warehousing space, and then they came up with the EWM. So plan going ahead from SAP side is to sunset the WM by the end of 2025, and then they will be supporting only EWM. So EWM you can use for the small warehouses, and also you can use for the big warehouses. It has several functionalities. In case you already have experience in the WM, then you can say WM is just say 10% of whatever we have in the EWM. Now, as you have already been working in the SAP, you know the organization process and the supply chain management. So here we can see that we have the inbound process, which starts with SAP that is procurement process. And then when you receive, you will receive in the either IM level or in the EWM level. So you can see here, when you receive, let us say example of company like Nestle, they are procuring raw material milk and they are storing that in the warehouse. So it is EWM integration. Then the milk, what you have received from the vendor, you are going to consume it in the production lines and produce the final product, say cheese. This is EWM integration, and the cheese you are going to ship to the customer. So this one is EWM integration. In case you have no EWM, just a regular WM, then you already know the plant storage location combination is linked to the warehouse number. So it is the storage location which is the controlling factor. You want to manage at the IM level, it will be storage location. If you want to manage at the WM level, you can link it with the WM. If you want to manage in the EWM level, then the plant storage location combination, which is linked to your regular WM warehouse, is further linked to the EWM warehouse. So the 3-character warehouse is the WM and the 4-character warehouse is the EWM.
Ashish, can you go back one slide here? Not this one, the previous one. The previous one.
Yeah.
Here you mentioned that the GR is directly done in EWM, right? So what is that one?
No. How do you do the GR? You have experience in WM, right? So how do you do the GR? You create the inbound delivery or you go to the Migo and you create a transfer order and confirm the transfer order, right? Here you have different terminologies. You have warehouse task in the EWM. My point here is it is the EWM integration. When you receive it, it is the storage location which is the triggering point for the EWM. If it
Got it.
is
Okay.
IM manage, in the inbound delivery, you will do PGR directly. If it is WM manage, you will create a transfer order. If it is EWM manage, then the inbound delivery will be going into EWM. And there you will be doing the good receipt and put away. Okay, and this is the organization structure in the EWM. Just like WM, we have the warehouse, which is divided into several storage types. You can call it as a different racks in the warehouse. Storage type will be having the different sections. And the last spot where you are storing the product is your storage bin. Quant is just the characteristics of the material. It is not having any role in the organization structure. Every bin will be having a quant which is internally generated and automatically deleted based on the goods movement. So Bharat, you might be aware of the organization structure in the warehousing, but Rahul, do you know this?
No, so actually, I have not worked on the WM part, only work on the MM part till
Okay,
date.
so I will just explain you here shortly. This is okay. This is a spreadsheet from one of my training batch. Okay, so here we have defined the warehouse. Now, if it is suppose you know, right, DMart, you know, Walmart, Costco,
Yes,
correct? So when you go to the Costco warehouse or Walmart warehouse, you can see several different racks, correct?
yes, yes.
When you go, you can see stationery items, you can see the vegetables, you can see the fruits, you can see the another rack where you have again the vegetables. So all these are your storage types. The
Okay.
vegetarian section you can divide into multiple sections, and that is called as the storage section. A big rack you are going to divide into multiple sections. In one section you are putting say vegetables, other section you are putting fruits, in third section you are putting the items which are which needs to be scrapped, right? Based on the warehousing requirement, you can divide the entire rack into multiple sections as per the storage requirement. So storage type divided into multiple storage sections, and the last spot where your product is stored is your storage bin. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
If you consider from the automobile side, suppose you are in the Maruti. Now what they have several vehicles. Some are more than 1200 cc, some are less than 1200 cc. So when you receive the vehicle either from the vendor or from the production lines, you are going to store it in the warehouse. So this is a storage type created for vehicles more than 1200 cc, and this is the storage type created for vehicles less than 1200 cc. Assuming that you have no EWM, then what will happen? Suppose you receive a vehicle, say Alto. Now system will simply tell you to store it here in this area, the big warehouse. So what the operator is going to do, how do he know where is the available parking space, where he is going to store? He will have to look throughout the warehouse to find out the available space. That is non-EWM. In case it is EWM, then system will direct you to go to the appropriate storage type. Within the storage type, you have these sections, and in this section, you will find this bin, that is a parking space available. So the worker no need to go here and there. He will directly go into this bin and park the vehicle. Clear?
Ashish, do you mind repeating this from an EWM standpoint?
Yeah, EWM standpoint, what will happen? In IM standpoint, system will simply tell you to receive it in the storage location, right? That's what you do in the MM. You go into Migo, you will put the storage location and receive it. Correct?
Yeah.
This is the storage location. Now visualize from the warehouse point of view, the worker's point of view. How do
Right.
they know where to put the vehicle? System has simply given them this big area. But the exact spot where the space is available, how do they know? And in the EWM, system will direct you to go to this storage type. Within that, you have this section and you have this bin where the space is available and you can do the put away. Put away is placement, the stock placement in the bin. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Okay. Any further
Yes.
questions?
No.
It is just like, I mean, if you talk in terms of layman language, Bharat, suppose you are living in California, somewhere in the California. You are inviting me California. In case you have no EWM, system will tell me to take a flight from Mumbai to New York, that is India to US, and find out your place on my own. But in case you have EWM, then system will tell me take a flight from Mumbai to New York, wait there for 3 hours. After 3 hours, you will get another connecting flight from New York to California. Out of California airport, you will get a taxi from this area and then take a taxi and go to that area. So this is the difference.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the warehouse structure. What we have in the system we create, and that is based on that is the representative of the actual warehouse. You have the doors. The door is a place where the truck comes and stand for loading or unloading. In this example, door, the truck comes for unloading. Unloading, they will do it in the staging area. In case of simple warehouse, you will do the put away in the bin. In case of little bit of complex process, you will be having a work center. That means you have a carton. If the carton contains 100 apples, then you will store the carton in the bin. In case the carton contains apple as well as potatoes, in case the carton contains apple as well as potatoes, and based on your storage requirement, apple should be stored here and potatoes should be stored here or here. Then it will be going to the work center and there you are going to split the carton. That is you can see here 8 series. That will be the complex EWM. And in the outbound process, you take the apple from the bin and move it in the staging area. The truck will be standing here. You will load it into the truck. In case you want to do the packing, repacking, again, going to the work center. Okay. Any
What
question?
is it? What is the decon space here? 8010.
That is a work center. Work center is a place where you will be doing additional activities on the carton which you have received.
It's kind of an interim storage location.
No. When you receive, when you do the unloading, this is
Okay.
the interior area.
Okay.
Interior location.
Okay.
But if you receive a carton containing 100 apples, what you will do? You will directly put the carton here.
Mm-hmm.
But if vendor is shipping you a carton containing apples as well as potatoes, right? One carton contains 50 apples and 50 potatoes. So as per
Okay.
your storage requirements, apple should be stored here and potatoes should be stored here. Correct?
Right.
So the
Right.
same carton you cannot store because
Correct.
apples to be stored here and potatoes here. So you will take it to the work center that is called as a deconsolidation.
Okay.
Okay. In case you want to do the quality check before you do the put away, you will take it into the quality inspection work center. In case it is not a straightforward direct put away, this is a direct put away. But in case you need to follow this path from here and then here to here. Okay. That is the storage control. And there the work center comes into picture.
Okay.
Okay. So this is about the inbound process. Your inbound delivery gets distributed in the EWM and it will create another inbound delivery. Because EWM is having all the different parameters. You don't have any movement type. You don't have the stock type, regular stock type, what you are using in the ERP. Everything different. Document type is different. EWM is altogether different. Okay, so other than organization structure, nothing is same as that of WM. So you just need to remember the organization structure of the WM. Rest all the WM processes you will have to unlearn to learn EWM. Again, this notification, it was the additional document which was generated during the non-S4 HANA. In the S4 HANA, EWM is embedded, so you have the direct inbound delivery. Similarly, in the outbound process, you have outbound delivery and the outbound delivery order. Okay, and then we have a warehouse task. The warehouse task is, it is like transfer order. You don't have transfer order, you have a warehouse task. So in this example, the warehouse task will be created for a carton containing 100 apples of product. App source is GR zone, that is a staging area, and the destination is final bin. So warehouse task contains information of which product you want to move from which location to which location, how many units. All the goods movement information you will see in the warehouse task. And the warehouse order will be the work package for the employee. If I am getting this warehouse order, then I am responsible to execute the task which is linked to the order. If you are getting this warehouse order, you are responsible to execute two tasks which are linked to the order. Okay. And the warehouse orders are created based on warehouse order creation rules. Any questions here?
No.
Yeah.
Just tell.
Ashish, so my question is on the inbound delivery notification that it creates right at the time of doing a GR.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it is. So as you said, when you have EWM, whatever the inbound delivery that is created, it is directly linked. It is nothing but it is directly created in EWM itself, right?
Let me show you in the system. This
Okay.
will give you more clarity.
Okay.
Okay, so in case you are enrolling, then you will be getting this server only, that is S4HANA 2022 system, and it is a remote desktop.
Okay.
Okay, so I will just take the example. This is, let me see. Okay, this is from my existing ongoing batch. Here you can see, suppose we want to receive 100 units of this product. Okay, based on the storage location, the warehouse number is determined. If the storage location is non-EWM, then the warehouse number will disappear. And if you save it in case of EWM, it will get distributed in the WMS.
Right.
So this inbound delivery, which we have in ERP side, that will create another inbound delivery in EWM. So we will now go into EWM transactions, and here we will see one more inbound delivery with the same number. Okay.
Okay.
So this inbound delivery is totally different from what you have in the ERP inbound delivery. Now you cannot
3802.
change this delivery because it is distributed in the EWM.
Yeah, and even if you have to delete the inbound delivery, you will have to delete the one that is there in EWM, right?
No, we cannot delete this. We will have
You
to
have.
reject it. We can reject
Yeah.
it and it will
Okay.
zero down the quantity.
Okay. Then what happens to the existing inbound delivery in ECC?
It will get updated. If you do the good receipt, this will update the goods movement status.
Mm-hmm.
If you see this, if I am doing the good receipt here, okay, completed. So if I go back and refresh, this one is completed. Okay, so all the movements we will have to post in EWM. Good receipt completed. The stock is received in the warehouse, and then it is the time for actual put away. So for that, the warehouse task will be created. And this warehouse task, you can see here. Okay, there is some. Okay, so a system is not automatically determining the bin. So we can put it manually. Okay, so when you create a warehouse task, you can see the warehouse order is automatically created in the background. And
Okay.
here you have all the information about the goods movement, from where you are moving, taking this carton and putting it here. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions here?
Yeah, only one thing. So sometimes what business do, suppose we are they also delete the inbound delivery.
Mhm.
So how we, because you, as you told, once they said inbound delivery is created, you cannot delete it.
So
Then in that
no. So we can reject the inbound delivery, and this will reduce the quantity to 0.
Yeah, and after that we can delete from the ERP. We can delete the inbound delivery.
But why you want to delete? If the quantity is already 0, it is equivalent to deletion only.
Well, yes, but actually, what happens sometimes in the PO confirmation control, the inbound delivery is so, but a business one that by mistake we have created it, we want to delete it.
So you can delete it. There are all the options are available. You can
Okay.
change the distribution status and you can delete this. So here you can see the distribution status. This one. Okay. If you remove this distribution status, there is a program, standard program. This will be available in the change mode. Okay, but only the consultants can do it, not the business users. Okay, in case they want you to delete this inbound delivery, then you can always delete this. But they are not allowed to delete it because if it is available in the change mode, then it might create a discrepancy between the two systems.
Okay.
Okay. So I will just show you about the course content. Okay, so when we start our sessions, we will be starting from the basics. That means we will not create a plant. We will use existing plant because plant requires efforts from all the streams. So in the existing plant, we will create new storage locations and then we will create new warehouse, brand new warehouse. In that warehouse, we will set up the integration between ERP and EWM and we will create the organization structure of the warehouse. Then the course will be divided into 3 parts: level 1 complexity, level 2 complexity, and the most complex topics in the EWM in the level 3. So level 1, we will understand all the basics, each and every basic integration and terminologies, everything in the EWM. That means we will set up the warehouse, we will post the basic inbound transactions, we will post the basic outbound transactions without HU and then with HU. Okay, HU you can see what we have seen here, the handling units. This is HU. That means in case you want to label the cartons, you will print the HU label. So once you are clear up to this point, then we will go to the level 2 complexity, where we will see how we can automate the HU creation through the packaging specification. And then we have seen the warehouse, how the warehouse orders are created. In the PPT, we saw the warehouse order creation rules. All the internal movements, posting, change, replenishment, physical inventory, all the printing automations through PPF. In ERP, you have output determination. In EWM, you have action determination. And then we will going into the level 3 complexity, where we will do the wave management, where you will do multiple deliveries, you will club together and pick together. Yard management, if you want to manage the truck movement. If you have what we have seen here, two doors. In case we have 2 or 3 doors and 10 trucks are coming at a time. So how you are going to manage the truck movements? That will be in the yard management. In the packaging specification, you will see how the packing activities will be done automatically. Packing activity means you want to pack 10 bottles in one carton and then 5 cartons in one pallet. Accordingly, you have, or you want to pack a television in one carton, put a thermocol in between 2 cartons, use the bubble wrap to pack the television, and you wanted system to propose that automatically. So all that will be in the packaging specification. Then we have the storage control. It is about the work center that we have seen. If a carton is coming that contains multiple products, you want to split the carton, it will take you to the work center. That will be in the storage control. Then you have exception handling. If you go to bin, this bin for put away, system has proposed you this bin, right? System has proposed you this bin. And when you go there, you notice that the bin is broken, or the fruit bottles or milk bottles lying nearby are broken or leaking. In other words, the bin is not suitable for put away. System don't know that, right? When you go there for actual put away, you realize that. So what you will do in this case? All this will be in the exception handling. Then you have a RFID, that is RF setup. Whatever transactions we are doing in the inbound, outbound, internal movements, in reality, all the transactions will be done through RF device. So in the RF, we will be having resource management, queue management, and RFID setup. You have a bin on the top where the normal person cannot reach. Only the forklift operator can do. The forklift operator is one resource. You have a bin here. Now, if the carton comes here and system has proposed this bin, it should not happen that you or me will go here and after coming down to the storage type, we realize that we cannot reach here. It has to be done by the forklift operator. So how you are going to control this process? That is, in the RF, we have the different resource types, and based on that, system will not allow you to execute this transaction if it is meant for the forklift operator. Okay. And then finally, we have cross-docking. That means if you receive apples and you have a customer shipment waiting for the apples. So instead of taking the apple to the bin and then picking from the bin and loading it into the truck, you have an option to do the direct loading, unload and load. That is a cross-dock. Any questions? So this will be close to 40 hours of course, and it will go around 2 or 2.5 months. So you will be getting 2 months of S4HANA 2022 server, the same server which we are going to use for the sessions. And then we have all the PPTs that I will be sharing with you in all these topics. And the session recordings you will be getting immediately within 30 minutes of the session.
Ashish, do you so is the classes like 1 hour a day or is it like 2 hours a day? How does it work?
No, it will be weekend only, Saturday and Sunday. That will be in the evening hours IST and morning hours US time.
Oh, okay.
Morning in the sense it will be after 9 o'clock. Based on the convenience of everybody in the batch, we will be having the timing finalized later on. But that will be around, I mean, my existing batch is 10:30 EST to 12:30 EST in the morning. And
Oh,
previous
okay.
batch, it was 9:30 EST to 11:30 EST.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, and due to daylight saving, the last year it was say 8:30 or something like that. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So it will be morning hours only, 2 hours Saturday, 2 hours Sunday.
And you don't do weekdays sessions, right?
No, weekdays, everybody is occupied.
Okay. 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 In case if there is any particular weekend where I could not make it for the classes, then how does it work?
No, so you will be getting the recordings and you can go to the recording, and every session we will start with Q&A. So whatever questions you have, you can always ask me. And in a batch, I will not accommodate more than 7 candidates.
Okay.
Okay. And I mean, there are several guys in the US. I provided training, and not only training, after that, I provide the interview assistance before the interview, during the interview, and after that as well, I provide the job supports.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Okay, then. Thanks for joining.
Sure.
In case you
Yeah,
have any
thank you.
further questions, you can reach out to your institute, and
Sure.
they will connect. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashish.